security agencies have been directed to implement measures ensuring that citizens can practice their faith safely, freely, and peacefully as they gather in churches and mosques across the country. For the country's Christian community, Lent marks the beginning of a 40-day period of prayer, fasting, sacrifice, and repentance leading up to Easter. For the Muslim Ummah, Ramadan is a month of fasting, prayer, and charity intended to deepen devotion and strengthen faith. In other news, preparations for next year's carnival are already in the air. Work on Carnival 2027 will officially begin as of midnight tonight, according to Michelle Benjamin, Minister of Culture and Community Development. She made the announcement while speaking live on TTT during Carnival festivities at the grandstand of the Queen's Park Savannah. As the echoes of Carnival still linger in the air, Michelle Benjamin says there's no time to waste. Planning for Carnival 2027 begins tonight at midnight.
Start immediately as Wednesday morning. My team, those here at NCC, at the grandstand, in NCC, everyone is on alert. As soon as midnight tonight, we start to plan for 2027.
This year marked her first carnival as minister, an experience Michelle Benjamin describes as vibrant, record-breaking, and deeply meaningful, with celebrations reaching every corner of the country. She said the role also allowed her, for the first time, to experience the festivities from the road rather than from behind the scenes.
And I can tell you from when you look at the fest being sold out, the mass crowds attending all of these events, the Juve, in different regions, it was spectacular. Myself and the Prime Minister, we were in the Barraco area of my constituency and her constituency because we border there. And I could tell you, even Murga had an amazing Juve. That's another part of my constituency. When you look at what happened in San Fernando, Princeton, Rio Claro, Sandy Grande, and all over Trinidad and Tobago, our citizens, they are out there expressive, and our carnival is alive.
The minister assured that with preparations for 2027 already underway, there is every indication that next year's festival will build on that momentum, promising an even bigger and more dynamic showcase of culture, creativity, and community. In some sport now, Defence Force FC are back on the continental stage as they welcome MLS giants Philadelphia Union to the Hazley Crawford Stadium for the first leg of their CONCACAF Champions Cup Round 1 clash on Wednesday.
It's an historic first meeting between these two clubs, and the first time Defence Force has faced opposition from the United States in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Philadelphia qualified as 2025 MLS Supporters' Shield winners. Defence Force FC earned their spot as third-place finishers in the 2025 Caribbean Cup. Defence Force FC are two-time Champions Cup winners, lifting the trophy in 1978 and 1985. The only club from Trinidad and Tobago to achieve this feat. However, they've been eliminated in both previous two-legged series against North American clubs, losing to CF America in the 1987 Grand Final and to CF Pachuca in the 2002 Round of 16. For Philadelphia, this is their first time facing Caribbean opposition and their second appearance in the first round. Nasir Mohammed, TTT Sport.
And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Vermala Balkaran. Good morning, my friend Vermala.
Good morning, Kari. How are you today?
I am good, refreshed, and
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music. Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM. Wake up to the issues that matter most on the Ground Report. Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith every morning from 6 to 9 a.m. for real talk, real analysis, and real perspectives on the stories shaping our nation. News, current affairs, and voices from the ground, unfiltered and unapologetic. That's the Ground Report. Weekday mornings on Talk City 91.1, where the conversation begins.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
If you are a migrant currently living in Trinidad and Tobago without legal immigration status, this message is for you. The government of Trinidad and Tobago has introduced a special registration process for migrants who have overstayed or entered the country illegally. The online registration process will begin from Monday 26th of January and end on Wednesday 25th of February 2026. All applicants are first required to register through the official portal at migrantregistration.gov.tt. That's migrantregistration.gov.tt. After completing the online registration, there will be a mandatory in-person processing and verification which begins at the end of February 2026. The start date for that phase will be announced through official government channels. The in-person registration will take place at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, Port of Spain, the Atto Bolden Stadium in Balmain, Couva, and the Larry Gomes Stadium in Malabar, Arima, as well as the Dwight York Stadium, Bacalet, Scarborough, Tobago. Applicants will undergo a comprehensive verification process, which will include vetting by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service involving fingerprinting and background check.